Good day, guys. My name is Solani Baloyi of Solani on Wealth. Today, I would like for us to speak about the two-pot system. You have asked me why I have not done a video on the two-pot system, and well, I have just been enjoying the entertainment and the jokes that came from the two-pot system to actually remember that I've got a responsibility for a following of mine. So forgive me for that. There's a video that is fascinating. It's a petty woman that explains the two-pot system very well. She shows a big pot, which is the vested pot. She shows one pot, which will be the savings pot, and the other pot, the retirement pot, and a really humongous pot, which is the SARS pot. I say she is very much spot on in explaining that. So the two-pot system came into effect on the 1st of September 2024. So what it does, it divides your retirement funding contributions into two parts. So one part is called the savings part. The other part is called the retirement part. The savings part is a third. The retirement part is a two-third. So you will be allowed one withdrawal within a tax year out of the savings pot. Now, the minimums and maximums will depend on the amount of money that has then been accumulated there. You will be charged for that one withdrawal per tax year on your marginal tax rate. You will be charged for the administration fees of doing the withdrawal. And any monies owed to SARS at that point in time will be deducted before any money is then paid out to you, because it works on a tax directive from SARS. So and then obviously before the 1st of September 2024, all money is accumulated until the 31st of August 2024 is now in the vested pot. The vested pot gives you the ability for one withdrawal also, which will be taxed at the marginal tax rate, and you will be charged for the administration of the withdrawal. So the minimum that you can take out there is 2,000 Rand, and the maximum is 30,000 Rand. So then the vested then will be closed at that point, and we have moved on to the two-pot system. So come the 1st of September, which was a few days ago, there was a lot of traffic in the retirement fund administration space. There's been a lot of excitement about the withdrawals being made. What do I think about all of this? Well, what I think about all of this is that I am generally positive. I'm generally positive about it, to say that people will take advantage of this one allowable withdrawal per tax year, and also withdraw from the vested pot. But obviously, they need to do it with caution. I would think that the only time a person would need to make a withdrawal out of the retirement fund, out of the retirement savings, is really in a life and death situation. So a life and death situation are situations where you find that married people have to tap into their retirement fund, into their savings. I mean, people went into desperate measures of going through a divorce just to have access to these type of funds. So for those kind of things, it sort of gives that relief. At the same time, I feel like the two-pot system and that one yearly allowable withdrawal should not be used as a savings. It's not a yearly savings, and it is not an emergency fund. It is in the event of a life and death situation, and really something very unforeseen. And the reason for saying this is because when you make a withdrawal out of such a long-term savings vehicle, what you are doing is that you are losing out on the power of compounding. Now, compounding works and gives interest on the principal as well as accumulating interest. So it's interest on interest, and over the long term, you actually earning interest not only on the principal, but interest on interest. And so when you periodically make these withdrawals, it lessens the power and the superpower of compound interest. So that is why I say individuals must approach this with a lot of caution. I love that Betty woman when she shows that SARS pot is really big, and it says that Botswana itla mo and then Ajia, all of them, and so on and so forth, because at the end of the day it's also a positive thing for the South African fiscus, because obviously the monies are being taxed. When they are taxed, it's a positive injection into the fiscus of the country, because the fiscal policy gets that nice injection, and they will be able to carry out all the programs that they need to carry out, which ultimately benefit us in terms of welfare. So I would suggest that individuals approach this with a lot of caution. That one withdrawal is not part of the financial planning discussion. That one withdrawal per tax year is really if you are sinking and sinking and sinking. And so let us tone down on the excitement around the two-pot system, but gain an appreciation that there were people that got into a really, really desperate need. There are other methods of boosting the fiscus, and it should not be out of your pocket in this kind of way, in a way that compromises how comfortable you are in your retirement. Let's think about tomorrow. Let's invest in tomorrow, and let's invest in making sure that we can have access to health care, we can have access to everything that we need in our retirement, because most of the costs that we will potentially incur are going to come out of old age, having to alter our homes, having to invest more in healthcare and these kind of things. Let us not depend on our children to take care of us when we are older. Be responsible. All the best.